So, there were once 3 prisoners who were chained in a cave since the day that they were born. People would pass behind them carrying things, but all they could see and hear were the shadows and the echoes, and that was their reality. One day, one of the prisoners was unchained and taken out into the real world. He saw the sun, and he was blinded by it. He didn't believe in what he saw. He saw a tree and its shadow, and he believed that the shadow was the reality. But he went to touch it, and he couldn't. And then he realized that it was the tree that was the reality. And slowly, day by day, he saw more things, and he realized what the real world really was, and that he had been living in shadows and darkness. When he realized this, and that he had been living in an unknown and unreal world, he wanted to go back and enlighten his friends who were still stuck there. So he went back to the cave, and tried to explain it to them, but all they saw was his shadow and heard his echo, and they didn't believe anything that he told them. They believed that their shadow and echo world was the real one because they had never seen the true world, and he couldn't convince them. Knowledge and wisdom is the light and the real world that he saw. The people in the cave and the darkness, it was the darkness of not knowing and ignorance. When he came back trying to explain knowledge to them, they didn't believe it because they couldn't see it, even though he was right, and it was hard for them to communicate because they lived in this darkness of ignorance, and he lives in the light of enlightenment.